Hi everybody and welcome to GHT. Just jumped on after getting ready for a date night with my husband, so I didn't want to waste the makeup. So I'm filming an introduction to my video on curling using straighteners. I'm going to look at all the different techniques you can use and what looks you can get with straighteners, from curly to just putting a bend in your hair. So if that sounds of interest to you, keep watching. If you like the video, I'd really appreciate if you could thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and I look forward to your comments. So the first curl we're going to look at today is a nice tight curl with straighteners. And I've taken an 1.5 inch size section, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that down the middle. And using my straightener, when I'm doing it on someone else, I go in from the top, starting at the top, lightly clamp, twist and pull out, and there's your curl. But to get the tight curl, what you're going to do is, look again, you're going to go in from the top if it's on someone else, bend, don't have too firm a grip on it, and to keep it nice and tight, you want these two bits nice and close together, so this is packed into a small part of the straightener, and then you're going to pull that out. And that gives you a nice tight curl. Just going to tidy up those ends because they aren't as curly. So if it doesn't quite go to plan, like that one hasn't, you literally just go in where you finished, where it looked nice, and pull down, and you can then rectify that curl off. Okay. So then we're going to take another 1 to 1.5 inch section. And I'm directing all of these back because I quite like it when it comes away from the face, shows off the face a little bit more. You're going to split that, make sure that it's all nicely combed through if it feels a little bit rough. Again, you're going to come in from the top, don't grip too tight, otherwise you'll never get it out. You're going to keep that nice and close together as much as you can. If you need to, hold that because you don't want to be pulling your client's hair. And then you've got your nice curl. I'm going to show you that one more time. So you're going in from the top, coming in, and you're more vertical than you are horizontal. Again, keeping those two, this bit and this bit, nice and close together. Don't clamp too hard. If you need to, hold on to that section there. And then you've got your nice curl there, okay? I'm going to do the last section on this side, and then I am going to move round to the back, and I'll show you a couple round the back, and then I'm going to finish it off, okay? So again, you're going to come in, almost, it's vertical, it's not horizontal, it's vertical. Don't clamp it too hard, keeping that nice and tight so you can see that's compact and that's compact. And then you just pull, slide that out. Because the hair's a little bit dry on the ends here, I'm not getting as nice tightness because I'm having to pull it a little bit. So I'm going to go back in with this, and I'm going to try and create that nice tightness through the bottom of that section as well. So you can go back in, and there you go. I've created that nicer, bouncier curl. Again, so we're going in, not horizontally, we're going in vertically. We're going to twist away from the face, twist it a bit more so you get it nice and packed in here. Keep them nice and don't make the tightness too tight against the hair, otherwise it is going to be hard to pull it through, slide it through. And there you've got a nice bouncy curl. Okay, let's move on to the back. Okay. Just going to clip this side out of the way because I'll come to that in a second. And then through the back, I tend to go down the middle, take an 1 to 1.5 inch section again, pin that out of the way, pin that a bit more so you can actually see, pin that out of the way, do the same on the other side, so pinning them all out of the way. So again, I'm going in to the top. I'm twisting the hair, keeping it as packed in as I can, and then sliding the straighteners down the hair. I'm going to do another one. Going in vertically. Don't clamp it too tight. I'm going to go in again for that one, it didn't feel quite so curly. And then slide that out. Then on this side here, I'm going to split it down the middle again, move that to one side. And this time we're going that way. So we're going to go in, and that hand is facing me. The back of the hand is facing me, whereas before it was facing the mirror. The back of the hand was facing the mirror. Now that hand is facing me. And we are going to twist it in the opposite direction that we were before into the centre of the head. I'm going to come down. And now we're going in the opposite direction to what we were before. Again, so you're going to come again from the top, but the back of the hand is facing you this time. You're going to twist, keeping this bit nice and compact, keeping this bit close to it. Try not to clamp too hard so you can slide it out. And then you've got some nice curls, some going this way and some going that way. It's always best to keep your section in, no matter what you do in hairdressing, it's always best to keep your section in nice and tidy and neat. So I'm going to go into the middle this time because I'm going to slightly brickwork it so that I haven't got rows of curls. So I'm going to slightly brickwork it. So this section is bang in the middle of the head and it's in the middle of these two sections here, and that's called brickworking. So it's like a brick wall. You've got two bricks, one either side of each other, and then the next one up is in the middle of those two bricks. So you can choose which way this one goes because it's bang in the middle of the head, so it can go either direction. So this one I'm going to come in and I'm going to take it so that my hand was facing the mirror. I'm going to twist it to my right, not clamping it too hard, and then pulling that out. So we're getting a bit of bounce at the root and we're getting a nice curl. Okay. I'm going to split this section into two. Again, we're coming in vertically and we're going to the right again. So the back of your hand is facing the mirror. You're going in at the top vertically, keeping this bit nice and compact together with this bit there right next to it. And you're pulling and sliding that down. So we get a nice bouncy curl. Going in vertically and then pulling out. Okay, so on this side I'm going to split it into two. I'm coming in so that the back of my hand is facing me vertically, keeping all of that nice and close together so I get a decent curl on it. And then I'm going to pull that down. Just finished off the end there, you saw, because it wasn't quite as curly. Back of the hand facing me, twisting it to the left, sliding it down the hair. Finish that off again. And you've got a nice bouncy curl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the back of the head and then I'll move on to the side, so I'll see you in a sec. With the very last section at the back, make sure you do one in the middle, because otherwise if you separate them, they will split and you'll have a split in your style. So I always tend to have one bang in the middle. Now I'm finished at the back, I'm going to turn that to the side. I'm going to turn my, well, obviously you would move around your client's head, but I'm going to spin my dummy round, taking that section there, not too big. And now this time, again, we're going towards the back of the head. So I'm going to do that one section. Oh no, I split it. I'm going to come in, and again, back of my hand is facing me. So I'm going to come down vertically, I'm going to spin my hand around, spin the straightener around, and I'm just going to slide my straightener down the hair, the strands of hair. Just so. So I'm going to finish this side, and then we can have a look at it. Sometimes run the straightener through the root area just to smooth it out, especially if they've got frizzy hair. It's quite nice to smooth that out sometimes, and then do your curl. And I tend to, when it comes to this side, I tend to try and get my straightener in underneath. I don't just go straight like that, because it's going to create this bounce there. You go in underneath horizontally, then twist it round and turn it to your vertical position. That ensures you still get a smooth top line there, okay? Okay, so now we've got all our curls in. I'll show you that. So that's all of the curls in. We'll give that a little spray of hairspray. Keep them all in place. And before you do anything with your curls, before you start dressing your curls out, let them cool down. Because if you move them before, the bonds haven't had a chance to set in this shape. So what I would then do is I'd look in the mirror at my client, and you can see that there's lots of lines where the sections are. We're going to break those lines up so it looks like one complete hairstyle. So I don't want to get rid of the curls completely, and I don't want to drag them out too much because this is a nice curly one, but I'm just going to run my fingers through it slightly just to break up some of those lines. Pull some from the front to the back if I need to. Again, keeping the curl in. But just breaking it up slightly so that we haven't got lots of sections in there. Okay, the more you run your fingers through, the more the curl will drop out, the softer it will look. But really this is to break up those section lines that you had before. Get underneath, make sure you get some of those curls underneath separated out. Pull some down if they've got a bit of a fringe going on, but we're keeping the majority of that curl in. And we've gone for something soft, but still nice and bouncy. And that's how you do a nice tight curl with your straighteners. Hi everyone, I've just jumped on because I started editing my curling video and realised it was getting a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into two parts. I'm going to do one on a nice bouncy curl with straighteners, and then the second part will be on the more beachy waves and bends. So if you like the sound of that, jump on and have a look at my curling part 2, which I'll put on after this one. So hopefully I'll see you there. See you again.